Today's guest is a young celebrity chef, an author, and a businesswoman. Excelling in her gift, she has transcended into a formidable business person. Her culinary skills have taken her to so many countries outside of South Africa. Siba has her own TV show, a cookbook, and now there's talk about opening not one but two restaurants. And she's joining us in studio this morning. Look at you, it's so nice to finally meet you.
You are such a familiar face. I feel like I know you because we watch you every morning.
I know, it's so good to have you in studio though.
Thank you.
And congratulations on this journey of yours. I mean, it's been incredible. How long have you been doing this for now?
So I have been doing this for more than 10 years now.
Okay.
What many people often don't know is that I have a degree
Yeah.
in food and consumer sciences, and I majored in food science and nutrition. So that is my background. So food really is, it's something that I loved from a very young age. It's something that is part of me. It's my career. It's my life. I love it.
So have you always cooked from when you can remember? I mean, you grew up in a household, obviously, as many of us do, where your mom, your gran, your whoever is cooking and there's the smells of foods. But when did you realize that this is a profession you want to go into?
I think, I've always been like a mini chef. I was the one cooking at home. I would even mix up spices and make up my own concoctions, make up some soup powders and things like that, because I really loved experimenting. And my parents saw it as a passion, but never something that I would actually get into and do as a profession. But it was in my matric year that I decided that I really want to do something that I'm passionate about and something that I love. And I did it. I post-matric, I did food and consumer sciences, where I majored, as I said, in food science and nutrition. It was great. I really believe in working hard. So I was one of those students who was labeled a bookworm in class, which is great, I think. And to a point where my first opportunity for work, I was an assistant lecturer. I did that for some time, which I thoroughly enjoyed, but I felt like I wasn't equipped enough. I didn't have enough industry knowledge for me to impart to the younger students. So I thought, let me go into industry and then just spread my wings. And that's where I landed up with Draw Magazine, and I was food editor with them for about 5 years. And I had Cooking with Siba, which was an amazing show that won a SAFTA.
It's amazing.
Yes, and then Food Network had hunted me from there.
And then it just grows. It grows, and then you be able to, like we spoke a bit earlier. I mean, you managed to travel the world and let the world see South African cuisine, and that must be been so fascinating. I mean, where would you say has been one of the most fascinating places that you've traveled to?
I have traveled extensively with my work. I've been to Russia, Poland. I've traveled Europe quite a lot. I've been to the US as well, Middle East, because the show is in over 130 countries.
Unbelievable.
That's in Africa, in the Middle East, that is Australia, Asia, America. In America, it's over 60 million homes, which for me is still
That's mind-blowing.
That is amazing. In Australia, in Asia, yes.
It's just so fantastic. And yet, you still keep this, you keep a very South African flavor to it, which is so important, because, I think that's what viewers want. That's what your audience around the world is wanting. I mean, what do people say about South African cooking? What is the interpretation of it?
Often people don't even know what we eat.
Yeah.
People don't know beyond, if they know about braaiing, that's a plus. The one thing that most people know from overseas that I have noticed is they would know maybe a milk tart, if not maybe boerewors.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Yes. And that's where it ends.
There's no knowledge. There's nothing, And the thing is, with African food specifically, there isn't enough information on the internet for people to learn about it. So it becomes such a huge fascination when people see it and they experience it. And I think also for people who, for foreigners, they become so intrigued, because often we are not portrayed on a positive note to the world. So when they see a young black woman doing amazing things, cooking and just being amazing, it intrigues them, because that's often not the perception that is given to the world. So yay, to me.
So you're doing it. Thank you. Thank you. You're showing the world that there is a lot more to us than just what you may see in the news, and that's the reality. So we've got this cooking show. You've got the book, which you're holding on your lap at the moment. I mean, look at this one with that big gold bestseller sticker on.
Bestseller. It was.
It's
Last
global,
year,
right? I mean, this is all over the world.
It is global. And last year, I got a call from one of the retailers, Woolworths, and they said to me, Siba, your book is the best-selling cookbook in the history of Woolworths. That was just so amazing. So I've received so much love from people at home, you know, and we are making inroads in terms of the book being available in other parts of the world. And this book was published by my own company, the Siba Co. So it was a labor of love. I literally put myself into it. And it's so beautiful that what I have put, people have well received. I'm so happy. That
is so inspiring and so fantastic, because you know what I'm loving about this is that people love their crafts, and we all do. I mean, but it's the business side, it's the entrepreneurial side that perhaps we're lacking, and that's something that you have as well. It's this business savvy where you're realizing there's so much more that I can be doing with this brand that I've got. And now going into a restaurant, I know you're not allowed to talk too much about it, but this is an exciting moment as well.
Thank you.
This is huge.
It's every chef's dream.
Yes, exactly. To have your own restaurant. And we're talking, you found 2 sites, you were telling me.
Yes, I found 2 wonderful sites. In fact, I've been working, so I have a 10-year, 5-year and a 10-year career path. And the first one was to have the cookbook, and then after that, the next big thing was the restaurant. And I found 2 people who would like to invest on brand Siba, and part of the investment is for us to start up with the restaurant.
Right.
We have identified 2 sites. I've signed an NDA.
Okay, yeah, non-disclosure. You're not allowed to talk. Okay,
yes, but it's gonna be a full experience of Siba. You know what happens, Leanne, is that I get so many people who come from overseas who want to experience my food because they see it on the show. But I've got nothing to offer them except for cooking classes, but it's quite small. So it makes perfect sense. For instance, when Joburgers go to Cape Town, it's like, Siba, where can we eat your food? You know,
and there's nowhere.
There's nowhere.
And it makes sense that you do develop this. I mean, I think we've just got a newly opened Jamie Oliver restaurant here.
Yes,
we don't need Jamie Oliver, we need Siba. Okay, let's just look at it that way. So I'm going to end it off. We're running out of time, but we can't possibly not talk about your husband Brian, who works with you all the time.
He's amazing.
And Baba, the little Baba, because there's a Baba around here as well.
Yes.
How old?
She's now 10 months. So I've got 3
10 months.
kids. Now this is the magic. I am a hardworking woman with 3 little kids.
You've got to love it.
All under 5.
All under 5.
4, 2, and 10 in 10 months.
You're my hero.
So decided to do it all and work hard, have kids and have it all.
Fantastic. And have a wonderful husband who helps you as well.
Absolutely amazing. He says he's my CEO, which is Chief Encouragement Officer. He's absolutely amazing. He believes in me, he supports me, he pushes me. And without that support structure, I don't think I would have been able to reach where I am and where I'm going. So it's really great to have a good partner who loves you and who's got your back.
Absolutely, and that is almost the key to success. People always ask, what's the secret? There's no real secret, it's support. That's what the secret to success is. Great, surrounding yourself with great people, and Siba, you're one of them. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for making us so proud.
Thank you so much.
You're our gem. Siba Mtongana, chef, author, and soon restaurant owner here in South Africa, hoping in the middle of this year, hopefully we'll be getting more information about that.